All right. Welcome to number 5?
Yeah.
Of Raw Emotions Podcast.
Number
Got
5.
all the original crew with you. Me, Isaac, Oscar, Will, and Tim. We did the arrangement pre-podcast, so Tim's going to go ahead and go first. Actually, it's because he has to leave in about 25 minutes, so we're going to try and get through this. So go ahead and take it away, Tim.
All right. My question is, if you could have any job in the world for one day, and while you had that job, you could change one thing, what job would you have and what would you change?
Would it permanently change that thing in the job?
Yes, that thing would be permanently changed for the rest of the month. And you can't just give yourself money. You can't just be like, I'll be the president and I just make it so that the government sends me money all the time.
I'll be the president and give myself debt. No.
I would probably be NFL commissioner for a day.
Nice.
And then just change everything that Roger Goodell did back to normal. That's not true. I would make sure that kickoffs stay and that the actual NFL season doesn't extend to 18 games. Because he's all about safety, but adding 2 more games is probably the most dangerous thing that you could do to these players.
Well, yeah, but they would be getting rid of preseason games.
I would bring back helmet-to-helmet contact on purpose.
I wouldn't.
I
still want the players to live. So. But I would just make sure that kickoff stays, because he's considering taking it away, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
I would be the CEO of EA, and I would take away Uplay passes and...
That's Ubisoft.
Is
sir.
it? Okay, what does EA do? EA does the...
EA has the
just
same
has
thing.
the pay-to-play.
Yeah, but what are they called?
I don't know, but where if you buy a game pre-owned, then you have to pay an extra to use any online service.
That's just getting to be a big pet peeve of mine more and more.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I could do way better things, but I'm going to go with that.
Well, I mean, that's something that actually affects your life, where you actually feel like, yeah, this is something that I would want to change because this affects my life.
Because then I would pick up a used copy of Battlefield 3 and finally play it.
Yeah, I want to play that. The multiplayer looks awesome.
It was fun. I played it with Seth, and we tried to fly a helicopter, and we always had that song playing. There's something happening here, and then we would just go right into the side of a cliff because it was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. But it was really fun.
The new DLC they have for it. Have you seen the video for it?
Mm-mm.
It's called Endgame. It's their last DLC before they release Battlefield 4 and stuff. But there's a capture the flag mode where there's motorcycles and it looks awesome.
I also saw a video where it's an Easter egg in the game and it's a pterodactyl. Some guy's flying around in his jet and then a pterodactyl flies by.
Oscar was actually just talking
about. Yeah, talked about that this morning.
Nice.
It's randomly enough, we brought that up.
I think, what would I change? I don't know what I would change that is something current. But if I could go back in time, I would be the head of Lucasfilm and change everything about movies that came out from 1999 and beyond. But I don't know. I'd probably just be a a creative director at a game studio just to be there because I think that'd be awesome. Just chill somewhere at Irrational or something for a day. Be awesome.
Just to have the experience.
Yeah, see what it's like and yeah.
So Will kind of stole one of mine. One of my original thoughts was to be the head of Lucasfilm and release a Blu-ray version of the original cuts of the original trilogy.
Nice.
Before all the special edition stuff. That was one of the ones I thought of. And then actually being NFL commissioner was the other one that I thought of. So we got our bases covered there.
If it was just purely based on experience and not changing anything, I'd want to work at Bungie and back when they were making Halo 3 and just be a part of that or something.
If you didn't know before now, we are video game nerds.
Very much so.
All of us are. I am too.
Yeah, Isaac can't hide it.
NFL commissioner.
Even though he's the ladies' man.
Well, you were the one that talked about flying helicopters and battlefields.
Yeah, and singing "There's something happening here."
Reminds me of Lord of War.
Shoot.
All right. Anyway, who had the next question?
Me. I did. Okay, so, in movies, we all have a favorite actor as a kid or something, like something that we see that just kind of disappears. If you could bring back one actor's career from the dead, who would it be?
Skinny Val Kilmer's career.
Well, he's still alive,
Yeah,
and
but
he still makes movies all the time with
He
50
does.
Cent. So.
but he makes terrible movies. Like
John Rhys Davies.
That's John
Rhys Davies. All right, he's still kind of got a
You're
career.
not a fan of the Chupacabra films?
Oh, that's early 2000s, so that still is awesome. But I don't know. He was Sala. He was Gimli. I mean, I know Gimli was 2000s,
awesome.
but like that man has a lot of good movies to his credit, and like now he's doing sci-fi movies. And it's, I mean, I guess he might like to do them. He might find them fun, just like quick money or whatever.
Okay.
But like that man deserves more credit, I think, because Gimli is hilarious, Sala is hilarious.
John Rhys Davies is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would resurrect Kel's career from Keenan and Kel.
Nice.
Kel Thompson,
Dude,
baby.
he was just in
Battleground Los
Battleground Los Angeles.
I watched that
Asylum
movie.
rip-off of
That
Battle
movie
Los Angeles.
sucks.
Did it? Well, it's the Asylum, so I don't doubt it.
Well, yeah, but I'm like, if he could do like good stuff, because he was hilarious in Keenan and Kel.
Yeah, it was. I would bring back classic Bill Murray. I want him to do another comedy, like an actual comedy, not one of these weird comedies where he like goes to Japan. I want to see Bill Murray do a funny movie again.
Like another Ghostbusters.
Not even necessarily Ghostbusters.
Well, I'm not saying, but like a movie.
Yeah, like something mainstream and funny. Because Bill Murray is so awesome.
Oh yeah, but he's kind of crazy now.
I know, but he's still really funny. Like Zombieland, he did a whole movie like he acted in Zombieland. I would be into it.
Yeah.
And so, like, for Val Kilmer, like, when I was joking, said Skinny Val Kilmer, I just, like, because he does make a lot of movies now. But, like, Batman Forever wasn't the best film, but, like, I honestly thought he was an okay Batman. Like,
He's my favorite Batman.
And I liked him in The Saint, and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang came later, but...
Willow.
And Ghosts in the Dark.
Yeah.
Ghosts in the Darkness is so awesome.
Top Gun.
That movie is awesome.
Top Gun is more of a Tom Cruise vehicle, but I see what you're saying.
He's still... Whatever.
I mean, that volleyball scene...
That's some hot
He's
stuff.
a big part of that movie. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The other one I would, Steven Seagal.
No.
Like, he still makes the same exact
I know.
movies he made back in the day.
I think that, alright, here's a spin-off question. If you could
Kill an actor?
kill an actor's career.
Tom Cruise.
What?
I just don't like his films at all.
I can get behind that. I would, honestly, though, I would just kill the character of James Bond.
Oh.
Which is probably like going to be one of the more controversial things. But because I hate James Bond. I don't like any of his movies. And I know that I'm sitting with 3 people who enjoy James Bond movies.
I only like the new ones, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big Pierce Brosnan fan. And those were like the ones that were around when I was younger, I guess. But I'm a big Daniel Craig fan, so I like the newer
I like some
versions.
good old Sean Connery.
I'm surprised you didn't resurrect his career.
He's too dead.
Yeah,
Like, literally.
yeah,
Like, he's so
yeah.
old that it's like he deserves to not have a career.
He deserves to retire.
Well, and his career was so good.
Yeah, like
Zardoz.
Zardoz, yeah.
Zardoz, Outland.
Yeah.
Or Tyler Perry.
Outland is awesome. A space movie with normal shotguns.
Let's see,
It's awesome.
whose career would I kill? That's a great question. Well, I don't know. Like, I don't necessarily hate anybody enough to be like, you don't have a job anymore, homie.
That one guy from
Maybe
freaking Les Miserables that I hate.
Eddie
which
Redmayne?
Yeah, sure. I
Will
don't.
hates Eddie
one?
Redmayne.
The weird looking Weasley dude.
Yeah, the one who's like the love interest.
I do not like.
Weird looking.
Like,
He's super weird.
He's weird looking, but I'm like, I don't feel like he was a terrible
I
actor
would
in that
end.
movie.
I know.
Well, it's
I
not
would
that he's a
end the
terrible
career-
actor. I just don't like.
I would end the career of Meryl Streep because every time she does a movie now, they're like, "Let's give her an Oscar nomination." I'm like, "Boo! This lady sucks."
And then another one, I would get rid of Joaquin Phoenix.
Dude, he's a great actor.
But I don't like
He
him.
was in Signs.
Yes, he was. That was a long time ago.
That's like the one movie that you can think of.
He was in Walk the Line.
Oh, and that's
a pretty good
another.
movie. But other than like those two movies, I haven't seen a movie I really like him in. But I haven't seen The Master yet, and he got nominated for Best Actor.
That movie's crazy.
I'd be okay if, like, not to kill his career, but like, just to stop while he's ahead. I'd be okay if Nolan, like, stopped.
Oh.
Because for me, he's got a, like, I've loved every single one of his films. He's got a perfect track record.
Apparently, they're bringing him on as a producer for Justice League.
I heard that.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get Christian Bale involved.
It'd be interesting.
I mean, Isaac want Batman to die.
Yeah.
What kind of chemistry
You
do
want him
think,
to die, huh?
I just want it to be one movie, a big blowout movie for Justice League. And they introduce all the awesome characters that way if they want to do more movies.
So you want them to practically do what they did in the last Batman movie in this one. Like go with the draw of Batman sacrificed himself and he's dead.
Yeah, but this time actually kill Batman.
Well, yeah, but
I feel like it still wouldn't be effective at this
point. You can bring
point.
in Darkseid and actually kill him, and not even have him sacrifice himself. Have him die.
Well, I know.
That's why the Justice League win, because they're trying to get vengeance on Batman. Not a sacrifice angle, just kill him.
Just good old-fashioned revenge.
Or just kill all of them except like Superman is standing like with the world destroyed.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that.
No. Well, all of my ideas for the what I would want from the Justice League movie, I'm like, man, this would be a super.
You'd be like, movie. And then Green Lantern would be the best character.
No, actually, I said Green Lantern would die. Like in my original. Like,
oh, nice.
Even though he's my favorite, I'm like, he should. I think that Hal Jordan should die and then become the Spectre halfway through the Justice League movie.
You can't confuse people that much. People like, what?
I'd be okay with it. I'd know what was going on.
Yeah. I mean, like, it wouldn't make any sense bringing Christian Bale back now that he left everything to Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I wouldn't be sure how they'd do that.
Well,
but if they're so desperate to reboot it, honestly, like, the only way that you can get Christian Bale in people's minds is kill him.
I'll get Christian Bale back into this, and I'll solve your guys' bloodlust, alright? You bring in Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Batman, and he gets killed, and then Bruce Wayne has to come back.
I'd be alright with that. I really would.
I think the problem with having like Christian Bale's Batman is because Nolan, he resolved that Batman trilogy, and like he likes that story being complete. So I think it would diminish The Dark Knight Rises to have him, Bruce Wayne. Like, it would be a slap in the face to Alfred, because, like, at the end of the movie, he gives Alfred the happiness of being like, I got out of this.
Yeah, like, I'm not Batman anymore.
And then he's like, oh, sorry, Alfred, I'm Batman.
But a little sidebar at the beginning saying Alfred had a heart attack.
So, and they could just they could have Christian Bale as Batman in a new, like, story, but it would confuse people. People would be like, how does this tie into The Dark Knight Rises?
Alfred has a tumor the size of a tangerine.
You could try and...
How insensitive.
They could try and make a Justice League movie fall before the end of Dark Knight Rises somehow, but I don't know how they can make it.
It would have to be
either.
between Begins and
But
Dark Knight.
That's why it's so mangled up before that. That's why it takes that long 8-year hiatus. It happens 1 year after The Dark Knight. He gets all mangled.
He gets punched by Darkseid through a building, and so.
Yeah, but then Dark Knight Rises doesn't explain like where the rest of the Justice League is when he's just fighting a terrorist.
That's why all the rest of the Justice League dies except Superman, who has to leave Earth to carry Darkseid in.
Well, let's just say Man of Steel happens at the same time as Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
And every subsequent movie happens at the
same time. All of the villains have taken over all of the cities at the same time.
Yeah. So it's basically Justice League 2.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's go on to Oscar's question.
My question. Numero tres.
We're gonna skip to Williams.
All right. Well, I normally like to ask questions like, what is your? So this week, what is your favorite thing, or like, what do you think is the best thing that's ever been invented?
My favorite thing that's ever been invented.
Yeah. Beds?
Yep.
Fair enough.
Because I spend the most time in those things. I love beds. Very comfortable beds.
That's a fair assessment.
That's my answer.
The first thing that came to mind when you said this, when Will asked this to me, was definitely toilets. Because like I can sleep anywhere, but I hate using the restroom outside. Like, if I gotta go, I like to sit down. So
I'm alright with it. Indifferent.
I'm a big toilet fan.
I like toilets. But
You know how it is.
If I had a choice between a toilet and a bed, I'd take a toilet and sleep on the floor.
You gotta have that lumbar support.
My favorite invention is probably like the heater, because I don't like being cold. I could sleep on a rock and poop off a cliff, but if I was cold, I'd die. I hate being cold.
Alright, I got a spin-off question. What is your...
William hasn't answered this question.
Sorry.
Hold on.
It's alright. My favorite invention, I mean, it's my question, but I don't know, it's hard for me to think of it. Because there's obviously so many awesome inventions. But
Like everything?
yeah. Like everything that's around us right now. I feel like... Never mind, I'm not going to make an insane clown posse joke.
Juggalos for life. That's
But-
right, guys. We should just change the name of this podcast to the Juggalo Podcast.
So we can just confuse people even more.
We could just say miracles. How do podcasts work?
I don't know. I guess maybe probably like it being able to like harness electricity, like all the inventions that have come over time that like have made us able to like harness electricity. Because I mean, sure people can obviously live without it because they did forever and stuff, but nowadays so many things like use power and stuff. It's just I don't know. So I think that's one of the things I appreciate because you cook with it. It can heat your water. It can like heat your house. It lights up the darkness. No, it's just
Cars are another thing I'm very fond of.
That's true. I do like not having to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent.
That's probably because you don't have a car and you have to walk everywhere.
Yeah. Big fan of cars. Alright.
what's the spin-off?
Okay, my spin-off was what it like. All the things we talked about were kind of like major placeholders in our lives, like really important things. I was going to ask, what is your favorite frivolous invention? Like, not something big, not something like necessary to maintain like the level of life that we're used to. It's not like beds, couches, toilets, furniture, things, but something like, I don't know, just something that you honestly don't need at all.
Sports Center.
TV. I would just say TV in general.
Yeah,
I was just going pretty specific.
TV,
The
video
television
games.
and everything that comes
Yeah.
inside of
That's
television.
that's where my number one entertainment
Yeah.
source is. So
Be TV.
I would say guitar.
of course you would.
Like Geats.
Of course.
Though also I really enjoy books, and like you don't need books to survive. I mean, kind of in our culture, you need to have some sort of
I'm a
reading.
fan of books.
But I really enjoy books. Allow you to use your imagination a lot more,
Yeah,
and I like my imagination.
I do like imagination. Imagination is awesome.
All right. So for my question, what is something that you hate? Like not a person or not something that you have a reason to hate. Like not, but just an unreasonable hatred you have in your mind. Like I'll give you an example. Like I hate construction paper more than anything in the world. Like I hate the feel, I hate the sound. It just grosses me out. I hate construction paper. So what's something weird that you just hate? Like,
Oh,
'cause everyone has at least a few.
Hate Tim's dog. Not really. I don't. I like Ash.
I would say mustard.
Oh man, I love mustard.
If it's on anything, I won't eat it.
Well, I know what to
'Cause it's
put
the
on
most-
food when I make it around
It's
you.
the most disgusting thing that's ever. Ugh. It's like vinegar.
That's all
it.
ketchup is too.
I don't like ketchup either.
Well, that's fair then.
gross.
Yeah, ketchup's nasty.
I can eat things with mustard on them, but I can't eat them with
I'm
ketchup.
not a big ketchup or mustard fan.
I've never liked tomatoes, but I would always eat ketchup on things just because like they always came on it. And then a couple years ago, I was like, I'm gonna stop getting things without ketchup. Like it just hit me. I was like, this is a good idea, and I've never regretted it. Like I just kind of ate it like just because it was there, and like it was like used to it.
Yeah, it's not a big fan of
something I don't know. Something I hate. But it can't be people. Because you're not supposed to hate people.
Yeah.
Pickles.
I guess it could be an action. Like, it drives me insane when people don't use their blinkers.
Yeah. I do not like overprivileged, underdisciplined children like screaming in stores and stuff. And like then watching their parents give them what they want. I hate how much control kids have these days, I guess is something I'd say.
That's fair.
It's like, all right, I had a good amount of control in my life, but that's because I was respectful towards my parents, and I gave them like the respect in the work and everything that they needed. But I didn't cry my way to everything and stuff. But I don't know, that just irritates me.
I hate when I go to a store and like I see something that I want, and I'm like, okay, this is like a reasonable price, and like it doesn't say it's on sale or anything, and then you go back and it's like $5 more. Just for like some random reason, you're like, why is this $5 more? Like, it wasn't on sale before. Like, they just like jack up the price a little bit, and I'm just like, this is stupid.
So gas.
And even if, gas, that's true.
Yeah.
Gas, like,
I do hate gas.
I'm like, the other day gas is $3, and then today it's $3.50. I'm like, what? Why is the exact same thing 50 cents more a gallon now?
Yeah.
Well, it's like a good example of that is at Walmart sometimes. They'll have on, like, at midnight, from, like, midnight to 6. Like, I don't even know the exact hours. But if you go at, like, midnight and pick up a movie at Walmart, it'll be cheaper sometimes. But then, like, the next day, it's, like, normal Blu-ray price. And so, like, Stetson was telling me about it. So
we don't know.
If it's true.
So just next
might
time,
be highly falsified.
So just try and buy movies at Walmart from 12 to 6.
On new release days, of course. Or you can wait till they hit the $5 bin.
Yeah,
that's what I usually do.
Or the 3 for $5 bin, the combo packs.
Yeah. Well, then you get like the combo packs that has like 9 classic horror movies, and it's like I've never heard of any of these.
Oh man, I got Over the Top and Demolition Man, one of those combo packs.
Yep.
Well, sometimes they have good like in the 2 packs or like the 4
No, they
packs.
have like they throw in like 9 movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like the 29 horror movie set, and it's like starring like all these people, and like only one of them has that like in a minor role in that.
Yeah, I remember Seth again bought a horror movie collection, and it had Puppet Masters and a movie about some kid's evil bong, and it was just
Is that the one with the turkey too?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was just like 9 terrible horror movies, but they were all awesome. So
Oh yeah.
If I ever see a Leprechaun collection, I'm gonna buy that.
You can get it. All right, and then we had a couple fan questions that we're gonna hit up.
Yeah, Sarah Feaster asked us, what is our, like, if we had any irrational fears, like, what is our irrational fear? Anyone?
Yeah,
I got one.
I got 2 off the top of my head. Wood chippers. Wood chippers, like, I was talking to someone about the other day, like, when, like, in hometown of CG, like, during the winter or the fall, tree branches would get knocked down all the time. So, like, whenever you're riding your bike down streets, there often would be people, like, throwing branches into wood chippers. And it's always just a subconscious fear of, like, falling off my bike into the wood chipper. Like, I don't know why.
So really, you're fearing your ability to ride a bike.
I don't know. I'm confident in that, except like
except when
except
wood
near a wood
chippers.
chipper.
except near wood chippers.
Wood chippers
Close to the
pull
wood
them
chipper,
in.
it's like, oh.
Pretty much. It's just frightening. And then flocks of birds scare me.
Flocks of seagulls.
Flock of Seagulls scare Oscar.
The band.
Yeah.
Yes, their hair. It's frightening. No, just large groups of birds, because something about that.
All right.
Mine would be clowns, and I'm not going to discuss it any further.
Fair enough.
I don't like them.
I've decided that all of my fears are perfectly rational.
All right. I have the most irrational fear out of all of us, I think. And it's based off of a dream I had one time. And, like, I don't know, it's not like I'm really that scared of it anymore. But there was like a day or so after I had the dream where I was like, what if that happened to me? And it was somehow I got sent back in time, and I didn't know how to get back into like to modern times. And then like I figured out that I was like in Israel, like back in Jesus' time. And then I was trying to find Jesus, and like so I had to find Jesus and not like get killed by the Jews because I was Gentile, or get killed by the Romans because I didn't speak Latin. And so it's like I was just like hiding from everyone, pretending to be like this mute and looking for Jesus. and then
the best irrational fear ever.
And then so I finally found Jesus, but then he's like telling me that I need to be like good where I'm at, and I'm like, Jesus, I'm not from here, you understand? Send me back home. But he wouldn't send me home. So then I woke up and realized I wasn't really in
or maybe Jesus
Palestine.
really did send you back.
Oh shit. That just got deep. It's got heavy.
Yeah. I think the only fear I have that's kind of irrational is like a lot of times when I walk outside, like I just have this fear that someone's gonna like shoot me randomly. Like there's gonna be a drive-by in Boise, Idaho, and I'm gonna get shot by I'm just gonna get randomly shot. That's the most irrational fear.
If you want to keep this string of having no irrational fears, then move to the Bronx.
Yeah, because then that would be rational.
That's true. I just have to move somewhere where there's drive-bys.
Yeah, and then
you'll
be the most rational out of all.
I feel like that's still like a pretty rational fear, like because everybody's got guns. Someone could just shoot a gun randomly.
Especially here.
Yeah, there's a gun in my closet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway,
all right, so
is that all of them?
I think that's the only viewer question. What's like going on in the news right now?
In the news?
Yeah.
I have no idea. In hockey news,
Dwight Freeney might go to the Broncos.
One of the Stahl brothers got hit in the eye, and so now the NHL's talking about making visors mandatory.
Yep, I saw that.
So everybody likes NHL, be like, boo, because I think it's awesome when guys get hit in the eye.
That's messed up.
The Pope's resigning. That's
true. We're going to have a new Pope by the end of the year.
And then PS4.
The end of the year?
Yeah, sometimes it takes them like 6 months to go.
It's true. PS4 is coming out.
Yeah.
Announced. Since our last podcast, it has been announced.
Black Flag.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
So many things have happened.
So many things. And that's why.
And I'm surprised none of us talked about PS4
or Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I guess we'll have to get that next podcast.
Because
we're growing up, guys. We're growing.
Well, don't go that far. Did anyone learn anything today? Because I didn't.
Today, no. I just woke up about 30 minutes ago.
I meant specifically within this.
This 30-minute session, did you learn anything?
Yeah, what did we learn today?
I think we all learned a lot about ourselves.
I learned if I ever want to scare Tim, I'm going to drive by him with tinted windows and airsoft guns.
And that would be a completely rational thing for me to be afraid of.
If you want to scare me, send me back in time.
Yeah.
And you don't want Isaac to eat your food, just put ketchup or mustard on it.
True that. True that.
I'm going to find like a medieval LARPing thing, but maybe one's even farther back. They're recreating like Jesus' birth or something, and then drug you, and you'll just like wake up next to the manger.
It'll be like talking to the baby.
All right, well, I guess that was our podcast for today. That's a terrible wrap up, but
how about we leave it to the professionals?
That's the podcast for the week.
That's not that much better.
Yeah, it is. You said today.
Nice try, Oscar.
We're doing one tomorrow, homie.
We'll let you try again next week.
Podcast for the week.
We might be back next week. Who knows?
Maybe. No problem.
Our schedule is extremely random.
We try.
We try.
We're wild stallions, so
we do the best we can. Make sure you get your friends to listen to this.
Yeah, share
Spread
it.
the word. Share the wealth.
Share it. Listen to it.
Don't keep it just.
I guess I should actually start sharing them.
Don't be
selfish. Yeah, Tim. When I send out that text saying podcast is up, share it. You should share it.
My computer is broken.
Selfish.
Your TV.
Spread this around.
Your TV is hooked up to a computer.
I know, but it takes too long. Anyway.
Spread this around like a video of a guy getting hit in the junk with a rake or something like that. Send it around to your friends. Give them a listen. Tell us what you think. Send us your questions on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter.
If we get 200 views on this, I'll let Isaac hit me in the junk with a rake.
Nice.
Video and post it on our
page.
200 views.
200 views.
Giving you guys a challenge.
Viral vids.
And yeah, we will post a video of Tim getting hit in the nuts with a rake.
All right. That's the big statement for the week. We're trying to get 200 views. Get the words out to your friends. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you maybe next week if we can get to it. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.